In the shadows of Brazil's history, there exists a name that sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. A name synonymous with horror, a name that etched itself into the annals of true crime. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of darkness, as we unravel the chilling story of Pedro Rodrigues Filho. From the quiet streets of Brazil to the deepest corners of the human psyche, this is a tale that will haunt your nightmares. Join us as we uncover the twisted mind and terrifying crimes of Brazil's most infamous killer. Viewer discretion is advised, for what you are about to witness is not for the faint of heart. Pedro, welcome to Insight Wave, the channel that delves into both solved and unsolved cases from around the world. If you haven't already, please take a moment to like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest crime stories delivered straight to your inbox. Pedro Rodrigues Filho, Brazil's most infamous killer in the world of serial murderers. Rodrigues was born on June 17, 1954, on a farm in Santa Rita do Sapucaí, Brazil, an environment that would significantly shape his upbringing. Tragically, from the very beginning of his life, he faced adversity. He entered this world with a damaged skull, an injury indirectly inflicted by his father, who had subjected his pregnant wife to physical abuse. Throughout his childhood, Rodrigues continued to endure a tumultuous relationship with his father, who subjected him to physical abuse as well. These early experiences in an abusive environment left a profound impact on Rodrigues. Remarkably, Rodrigues' troubled upbringing began to manifest signs of an unsettling nature at a young age. At just 13 years old, he claimed to have experienced the unsettling urge to kill. This dark impulse led him to a chilling incident where he attempted to take the life of his own cousin. He pushed his cousin perilously close to a sugar cane press, with malicious intent. However, in a moment of unexpected humanity, he relented and saved his cousin from a horrifying fate. When Rodrigues reached the age of 14, a dramatic turn of events unfolded within his family. His father faced an accusation of theft from the high school kitchen where he worked as a security guard, leading to his dismissal from the job. Consumed by vengeance, Rodrigues embarked on a path that would forever change the course of his life. He took a life-altering step by coldly executing the vice-mayor of Alfenas with a shotgun borrowed from his own grandfather, as it was the vice-mayor who had played a role in his father's dismissal. Just a month later, Rodrigues targeted another individual, a guard at the same school, whom he believed to be the actual thief. This act of violence further solidified his descent into a life of crime. He fled to the area of Mogi das Cruzes in São Paulo, Brazil. Once there, Pedro Rodrigues Filho killed a drug dealer and participated in some burglaries as well. He also fell in love. Her name was Maria Aparecida Olympia, and the two lived together until she was killed by gang members. Tragically, she met a brutal end at the hands of gang members while carrying Rodrigues's child. Olympia's death spurred Rodrigues' next crime spree. He tracked down several people related to her murder, torturing and killing them in his mission to find the gang member who took Olympia's life. He and some associates orchestrated a massacre during a wedding organized by the gang's leader, resulting in the merciless killing of 7 individuals and injuring 16 others. Months after this massacre, Rodrigues learned of a grievous betrayal within his family when he discovered that the boyfriend of his beloved cousin had impregnated her but refused to marry her. In a fit of rage, he fatally shot the boyfriend in a vengeful act. As if his life were a relentless cycle of violence and revenge, Rodrigues received another devastating blow when he found out that his father had been incarcerated for the heinous crime of murdering and dismembering his own mother with a machete. Pedro Rodrigues visited his father in jail, where he killed him by stabbing him 22 times. Then, taking things to a whole other level, Rodrigues proceeded to cut out his father's heart before chewing on it. Pedrinho Matador's arrest on May 24, 1973, marked a pivotal moment in his life. He found himself confined to the back seat of a police car, alongside 2 other criminals, one of whom was a convicted rapist. The shocking revelation came when the police opened the car door and discovered that Rodrigues had taken the life of the rapist. This gruesome act foreshadowed a chilling chapter in his life that was about to unfold. For Rodrigues, being thrust into the prison environment, surrounded by fellow convicts, was a familiar territory. It was, in essence, his natural habitat. Behind prison walls, he would go on to commit at least 47 murders, a significant portion of his overall body count. These victims were often individuals whom Rodrigues believed deserved retribution. In interviews, Rodrigues openly admitted to deriving a sense of thrill and satisfaction from taking the lives of other criminals. His preferred methods of murder involved stabbing or hacking with bladed weapons, making his reign of terror within the prison walls even more horrifying. In 2003, despite having been sentenced to 126 years of imprisonment, a peculiar aspect of Brazilian law came into play. The legal framework at the time prohibited anyone from spending more than 30 years behind bars, although a 1934 decree, signed by then-President Getulio Vargas, had previously allowed for the indefinite confinement of diagnosed psychopaths in psychiatric facilities for treatment. Additionally, Rodrigues's lengthy stay in prison was extended by the justice system due to crimes committed within the prison, adding nearly 400 years to his sentence. This convoluted legal landscape allowed for his potential release in 2003. Rodrigues seized this opportunity for freedom, motivated by the presence of his girlfriend, a former inmate whose identity remained undisclosed. They had initially connected through correspondence, and she had served 12 years for theft before her release. She visited Rodrigues in the Taubaté prison, where they forged a relationship. Remarkably, within the harsh prison regime, Rodrigues stood out as a survival phenomenon. Few prisoners could endure such a prolonged period of incarceration. He engaged in deadly altercations, once facing an attack by 5 fellow inmates, of whom he killed 3 and drove away the other 2. He also confessed to murdering a cellmate because of incessant snoring and another simply because he disliked the man's appearance. To leave no doubt about his penchant for killing, he had the chilling words, "I kill for pleasure," tattooed on his left arm, later covered by another tattoo. Despite his lengthy list of crimes and his behavior behind bars, Rodrigues managed to elude authorities until his recapture on September 14, 2011, in the tourist town of Balneário Camboriú, on the northern coast of Santa Catarina. His arrest came as a result of anonymous information that led the police to his location. Rodrigues faced additional charges in August 2018, this time related to his involvement in 6 prison riots and allegations of deprivation of liberty, as reported by Delegate Luana Bacchus of the Division of Criminal Investigations. Due to his extensive criminal record and notoriety, Rodrigues was included in the roster of killers chronicled by writer Ilana Casoy in the book Serial Killers, Made in Brazil, alongside other infamous criminals such as Marcelo Costa de Andrade and Francisco da Costa Rocha. As previously mentioned, Brazilian criminal law initially dictated a maximum prison term of 30 years. However, the 1934 decree allowing indefinite confinement for diagnosed psychopaths was repealed by Decree No. 99,678 on November 8, 1990. Nevertheless, Rodrigues remained imprisoned for further crimes committed within the penitentiary system. He eventually regained his freedom in 2018 and even started a YouTube channel to discuss his experiences. On March 5, 2023, Rodrigues's violent journey came to a violent end when he was shot and killed by 2 individuals firing from a car. The assailants swiftly fled the scene in another vehicle, and as of now, no suspects have been apprehended in connection with this crime.